Hey there, it's Sean, your waste knowledge bartender. Font of all knowledge, your bartender imparted upon you about the history of Iraq. Then you promptly forgot because you did 6 shots of Iraq. It's been a hot minute, like 6 months hot minute. The world's been on fire. I don't know if y'all have noticed that, but it's been crazy out there. And if you've seen more than like 2 or 3 videos back in my library, this is a different spot. I moved. I'm now in Austin, Texas, because I was somewhere else in Texas, and you know, this is better. So, this is my due digs. Still getting used to new things, and of course, the whole world thing that I mentioned. But in the meantime, I still go grocery shopping. I get out every now and again, and surprisingly enough, the local supermarket has been carrying quite a few non-alcoholic wine options, which I'm a fan of. It's been cool just to see all this popping up. There was reports of Gen Z hitting their drinking stride and picking back up with everyone else as far as drinking trends in amongst age groups. So sorry guys, yeah, it's tough out there, but there are still awesome non-alcoholic options for if you only want to drink a little bit, can't or won't drink at all. There's fun stuff out there. You know what? I'm gonna start with Le Natural. I don't know why it does a silly accent there. This is from Spain. This is Grenache grapes. They do a natural fermentation and then a cold de-alcoholization. If you've ever watched any of my videos back in the library, I did a sort of how things are de-alcoholized. And there's like 3 main ways of doing it. One is using very, very cold temperature through reverse osmosis. One is using a column, basically a vacuum column spinning. So there's alternating chambers of spinning columns inside of a vacuum that spreads out the wine, the fermented wine, very, very thin, and then uses nitrogen gas to pass through there to whisk away the esters. And then just repeating columns of that, and then you basically end up with like water and alcohol, and you distill out the alcohol or the wine, you separate them, and then recombine the purified water with the esters that were gassed out, getting a product. Sorry. So there's the filtration, there's the cold spinning thing, and then there's also pressure or vacuumed distillation, where so basically you distill stuff at a fermented wine, distill it in a vacuum, which means it does it at a cooler temperature, which means you can take out the alcohol at a cooler temperature without burning everything else. There we go. Wild processes out there. So this one says it's cold de-alcoholization, but it doesn't say which one, because technically all of them are done at cooler temps. I like, by the way, the nose on this actually smells like wine. Body, lacking a little bit, but it actually has some good depth of flavor. It's acidic, which is nice. Like it's carrying some of that like red wine acid quality, which I dig. Like runs around your tongue a little bit. You get some berry. You get a little funk. It fades very quickly, but it's nice. Like it's pretty cool. Next up, I actually tried this at a show of mine last year. You should roll this, my bad. This is Origami Sake from Arkansas. Benjamin, I forget his last name, the owner of the sake house. Oh no, I was about to call it a distillery, and that's not right. He actually spent 2 years in Japan learning how to make sake, which I thought was amazing. And Arkansas, for anyone that doesn't know, produces the most amount of rice out of any other state in the U.S. for the U.S. It's like 48% of the rice in the U.S. that's produced comes from Arkansas. So, actually very, very mild. Sweet. It's got a bit of a pear kind of taste. Obviously, it's not good, since alcohol is not in there. It doesn't have that heavy alcohol burn and weight to it, but it's lovely. It's very clean. It comes off of us. If you've ever had a very, 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 very high-end sake, this is kind of what it tastes like. Oh, and for this one, besides de-alcoholization, which I just talked about, there are now newer ways of fermenting without creating alcohol. Some places are doing it at a lower temperature fermentation with your regular yeast, and it creates less alcohol. Therefore, the dealcoholization process isn't as difficult. This one actually uses lactobacillus. Origami uses a lactobacillus to ferment without creating alcohol. So this is actually, I think, quite clever. So you're getting fermentation, but you're not having to really do anything to it afterwards. And outside of that, it's the normal brewing process of sake. Here we have Töst, which is out of Vermont. This one was created, I think it says on their website, with hundreds of James Beard award-winning chefs and or peoples. There we go. I like that it's a foil, but then a twist top. I didn't need that much. But this is interesting. So it's hard to find kind of what they say, but they build this up with tea that they've brewed, juices, and also de-alcoholized wine that they carbonated. So, ooh, lovely bubbles. Like that poured out quite like champagne. Toast, of course, being like toast. Ooh. It smells quite like juice. They say they do add, oh gosh, what was it? Was it any juice? Contains no alcohol, cranberry ginger white tea. This did have some sediment on the bottom. Ooh. Finishes a bit like Smarties. It's dry compared to juice, sweeter for a sparkling. I don't know if this is supposed to be a rosé. It comes off on the camera quite pinkish. But in person it's on the hazy yellow side. Not bad. I'm trying to. I can't quite pick what that flavor is, but it's nice. You know what? It's more fun than Martinelli's. I'll tell you that. I'm not bad about that. It's interesting. I don't know what taste I'm tasting. I don't know how they got it. It's akin to when you bite into a strawberry that's starting to get overripe, and it has like a little bit of ferment to it. So it's sweet, but there's that kind of yeast flavor in your mouth. Like it's getting a bit of that, which, again, for non-alcoholic wine, or a de-alcoholized, then rebuilt up wine. It's interesting. Way to go. Last one we got is Libby. So this one actually uses the spinning cone or spinning column de-alcoholization for their wines, which I was kind of excited to find. Just actually happen to have wines that were using different versions of de-alcoholizing or brewing without fermenting or fermenting without creating alcohol. So this one uses the spinning cone, and they add grape juice back into their wine to kind of round it out and add a little extra flavor, which of course, Welch's grape juice was invented to be a non-alcoholic communion wine. So fun times had all around. Well, so this one is quite yellow. My God. Also nice bubbles. Ooh, much funkier. Oh, and this one's out of California, by the way. Ooh. Crazy funky. A lot of yeasty flavor, but acceptable. So this one would be definitely on the sweeter side. This is quite dry. They've achieved something interesting there with the level of dryness to it, while still having an acidic balance. A lot of pear and apple. Well, there you go. So that's what's been going on with me. I hope you all are making it. Yeah, world's crazy. Drink responsibly if you're still drinking. And if you're sober, hope you're finding stuff to take care of yourself and be well. Fun fact, none of these need ice. Weird how that happens. So cheers. I'll see you next time.